Hey, Brian.
Hey Dan, how are you?
Very good, man.
That's good to hear. Um, so let's see. I think the stream is on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on. So yeah, um, this is the wow, the 75th live stream. So yeah, I'm actually three quarters of the way there to 100. So that's yeah, we're almost at 100. That's really
That's
cool.
crazy.
And so yeah, I think Ken's here with us. Let's see. Hey Ken, you there? Hmm. I guess. You there, man?
Said
Um.
he's taking him a second.
Okay. So yeah. So I can only do. Well, first off, Dan, thanks for coming. Just want to say that right off the bat, and it's only going to be a quick, an hour and a half stream. We're going to talk about the episode as well as just a little bit about Home Sweet Home for anybody who couldn't make it to the last stream because they didn't see the episode obviously because it was early.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, rewatching this, it's like, man, like it really is clear that, like, yeah, people did not like the B plot this episode, like with the Beth stuff, and just like we only had like 7 characters this episode.
Yeah, which is probably actually one of the biggest flaws for me is that it's like there's so many characters that are just like non-existent.
Exactly. It's like where in the world is, like, the farm characters. I mean, like, first off, like, we have some big ones like Carl, Glenn, like, they're nowhere to be seen. They're not even really mentioned that much. um like what they're doing is, I mean, I guess that this was like a budget episode, but still they really could have, I don't know, worked a way around the budget a different way, because it feels like a plot hole or something that, like, the characters, like, what are they doing? It's just
Agreed. Yeah, it's just it was missing a lot of it was missing a lot of actors, and I don't know. Maybe it was a budget issue, like you were saying. Like maybe they couldn't afford everything, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. Episodes like this is why season 2 you can definitely tell had a bad budget at times.
exactly. I totally agree. So, okay, so we started the episode. Oh, yeah. So we start with a flash forward, first off. We have Rick and Shane. They're fighting and running from walkers in this yard area. And we have Randall, who's all tied up. And, it's just like, I mean, it's like, what did you think when you first saw this? Like, do flash forwards make you think like, oh no, did I skip an episode? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it kind of does a little bit, but I will say
Hey
one
guys,
scene
hey guys,
about this.
hi
Go ahead,
Roddy.
Roddy.
you hear me?
Yep.
Yep, I can hear you, man.
Yo, I thought this stream was tomorrow. I was just making sure. Listen, so we're doing 18 miles out.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk a little bit with some people who didn't see, who finally got to see Home Sweet Home. So after we finish the episode, we'll talk a little bit about that episode.
Awesome.
But yeah, like I was saying though, like the opening scene, it really does have like kind of that. It's kind of cool because I love episodes that kind of grip you right away, and like even though you kind of need to be updated on what's going on, it makes it exciting at first, and you're like you want to know how it gets to that point.
Definitely, because
Yeah.
half this episode is the, Beth suicide hotline story. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
this episode is exactly a perfect like representation, if you will, of why I don't like Beth. Just saying.
it's just like I could have gone to, like, okay. I mean, you guys know I like Beth. I mean, over time, but like, yeah, this was an episode.
Yeah. You don't really talk about her. I'm curious why you don't like her. Like,
I
is
don't
she just
like
bland
her.
to you?
Well, it's no, she's definitely not bland. I just find that she's either just doing really reckless decisions or she's doing things that just don't make sense as a character. And not even just that. I feel like honestly, and this is a really unpopular opinion, but I don't think the actress is the greatest. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan. Like, obviously, Beth wasn't my favorite character, but I didn't necessarily dislike her either. She was more just whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. She wasn't
She
the
was
character I
there,
cared for. She did more reckless decisions
but
than good decisions, in my
but no,
opinion.
I am not a barrel shipper. I am not a barrel shipper. I don't know how people could you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was that was something else right there.
All
It
right.
was.
So back to the episode. We have Rick and Shane. They're in the First off, we have Oh, you okay, Rowdy?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just I'm still a bit sick.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I'm
Uh,
feeling better though. Like, it's not COVID. Don't worry.
yeah, that's good.
I don't go out. I don't go out. So, and my mom has the vaccine.
Yeah. That's good to hear. Okay, so yeah, so we have Rick and Shane. They're in the car. They're driving. Uh, I mean, it's actually closer to. Okay, yeah. So they're driving 18 miles. From the farm. Obviously, from the title of the episode, and
Yeah, 18
we.
miles out.
This conversation is freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, the part where they stop on the road. And okay, first off, Randall in the back, when Shane and Rick are talking like in the middle of the road, like Randall must be in the back being like, okay, why do we stop? Like, and he's just like waiting for 5 minutes, like I don't know, it's just one of those things like you must be like, okay, like they're not, it's like they're not coming to get me. It's like, oh, I really hope they didn't leave the car and like I'm stuck here, like kind of thing. Oh, I am.
Yeah, at least for me, you are.
What about you, Dan? Am I cutting out?
No, I can hear you pretty good.
Hmm. All right, I'll disconnect really.
Dan's cutting out too now.
Hmm.
I'll
I'll.
leave and join back. Give me a sec.
Oh, okay.
You can hear me. You can hear me good, right, Brian?
Oh, it's okay now.
Yeah.
It's okay now. I
So,
don't know what was happening, but it's okay now.
yeah, I don't know. Discord acts weird sometimes, and
Yeah.
no
You can hear
idea.
me okay?
I can hear you fine. So,
Yeah, well,
I was just. Never mind. You could say Rowdy.
I'm only.
Rowdy, you're cutting out.
Man, it seems like everyone has their turn to cut out tonight.
Man, what is going on? Discord, man. Uh. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect really quick and come back. Just a second, guys. All right. All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, dude.
All right. Good. Good. Um. So. All right. So. Back to the episode. We have the discussion with Rick and Shane about how Rick mentions how he knows about the whole Otis thing, and Shane talks about how like it was just one of them wasn't gonna make it, and he said like one shot to the leg, and then Carl lives, and it's like when I watched that I'm like Shane, no, it wasn't just one shot to the leg. Try 1,000 bites too. I mean, Otis, come on, man, like you can't.
He made it sound so quick and like good. Like he made it sound like it was like quick and like there was no suffering involved.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
plenty of
it's not
suffering.
painful. Like you're getting bitten all over, like, and you don't die right away.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I mean, even though Shane kind of makes it sound like he doesn't care, it's pretty clear that what he did with Otis is constantly still eating at him.
Like it wasn't like he wanted to do it, but he just had to do it out of desperation for Carl. You know.
I think honestly, Shane, like that's what really set the dude off because you got to admit, like save the last one, episode 3 and onward, he goes crazier and crazier.
I mean, episode 3 is when he like shaved his head, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's the birth of crazy Shane.
Yeah, like when he shot Otis, he didn't do it. Oh, I don't like you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm a psychopath. He just did it because he genuinely cared about Carl, and he felt like, though they probably would have made it in that time, is like only one of us can make it, man. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Shane genuinely believed that they weren't gonna make it out.
they so
They
were
did
going
make it
to.
out though.
They were going to.
It's basically like the end of Titanic.
Oh,
They both hit on the plank.
my mom loves that movie. Yeah,
Uh, watched it once with one of my friends because she really wanted to see it.
yeah,
I've only seen it the one time, and it's enough for me.
exactly.
It's like it's obviously a big movie, you know. It's a big deal, but it's just not
It's
my
still a
cup of tea,
shipwreck.
though.
It's still a shipwreck.
Literally.
Oh, hey, yo, Rose and Jack, I ship that.
Oh, um, yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So, okay, let me think what happened. Oh yeah, so we had Rick. So did you guys like this scene where Rick is just laying down the law with Shane? How Lori is his wife, his Carl's his son, and his unborn child, and Shane kind of isn't saying anything or even looking at Rick, because even though you can see him listening, I guess he's not really absorbing the information, because he even says, "I don't want you to question my leadership," things like that, which gets brought later into the episode.
Me, the craziest line is when he looks at Shane and he says, like, I figured it out and I figured it out pretty quickly and I wanted to break his jaw. Like, that whole part, I was like, oh, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Oh, get
it's
ready.
crazy to think like it's like funny to think just like what would happen if Shane survived like let's say he was in the Whisper arc, like imagine how you'd be handling all these like different stories, the governor, the claimers, the wolves, the terminus people, the
Uh, I,
saviors and all that.
I don't know. Would John Bernthal have stayed this long? Cause like, what's the actor doing right now?
I mean, he was willing to come back for that one season 9 episode, so he wasn't like he didn't leave on bad terms with the show.
Man, I've been seeing the dude recently. He's got, like, long hair and, like, a handlebar goatee now.
Oh boy.
Oh, I mean, damn, Shane season 10.
Um.
Imagine Shane's secretly alive. CRM can like reverse engineer walkers or something.
Yeah. And yet they still have tape recorders.
You're never
Uh,
gonna let that go, are you?
no.
No, because it's supposed to be this, like, fearsome group with all this amazing stuff, and it's just, like, tape recorders? Oh, wow,
Um,
what a letdown.
yeah. Like
So,
I had a weird ass dream where CRM attacked Commonwealth.
oh man, dream. It's like interesting dream, because it's like that's what everyone is predicting at some point in the future.
Well,
Like, that
it's not gonna happen unless they want all the characters to die.
no, they could still win. I mean, there's a chance. I mean, like
Oh,
all the characters and the fear characters in Commonwealth versus the CRM. First off, I mean, our characters have way more experience and skill than the CRM. Like in terms of like,
definitely.
yeah, in terms of like strategy and
Mainly
stuff.
combat.
Yeah, yeah. As far as that,
Well,
numbers, yes,
I
they
think
are
I think
outnumbered.
Still.
people are also kind of forgetting that not all of the CRM is, like, soldiers too. So they
Obviously
feel
not.
less fighters than it sounds.
Yeah,
Yeah, but same for Commonwealth. Like Commonwealth, it doesn't have 50,000 soldiers. It has 50,000 survivors. It probably only
Exactly.
has like 1,000, 2,000 soldiers.
just like Negan did. That's so
Exactly.
funny.
Literally, even though he's supposed to only have a couple hundred, but
Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
crazy.
he just like conjures up, summon. He just used this summon. It's okay.
That's crazy that Negan and the CRM had the same amount of soldiers. Like Negan's group was all soldiers pretty much, but and the CRM has like very limited percentage wise of their soldiers. It's like 1% or so, like or like one, two, three. Like it's like in a small percentage, and it's just like it's the same. It's like wow, that's crazy.
Well,
Well,
to be
probably,
fair, we don't know. We don't
yeah,
really know. You know.
yeah. But I would say it's at least in the couple thousands.
Yeah. Let's just get back to the episode, I guess, and we can talk more about it at
Yeah.
the end.
Um. Oh man. So yeah, we have the farmhouse stuff, and Maggie is talking about Glenn, and just Lori is telling her to tell him to man up and stuff with the whole bar shootout thing, and Maggie. So Lori brings Beth her lunch, and we have the discussion where uh, Beth just she's very upset, obviously, what happened with her mother and brother, and Lori tries to convince her that life is still worth living. And okay, so like Lori was not the worst in this episode, but you know what I mean. But she did have a few moments in this episode where it's like, okay, wait, what? Like, because I don't know, it's just
Weird.
yeah,
It's just not her character. She's like half decent, but like what's she playing? Like we've seen her be an awful character for the last like whole series, and now she's like not terrible.
hey, be funny,
She's
like
inconsistent.
Yeah, you know, it'd be funny while Laura's doing all this in the house. Meanwhile, with Carl during this episode, it's like, who knows what he could be doing? It's like he might be having the same thing.
Where is this kid?
It's like Carl might be having the
Or
exact
just
same. What if Carl's like going through his
yeah,
own thing in the woods? Imagine there's a like a walker with no legs or something, and he's just like tempting it to bite him. Like Carl's just like he was crazy back then, like in this episode, and he's just
yeah,
like,
he's like bite me.
yeah, he's like,
Oh,
and like we didn't know it happened because it was all off screen.
man.
Yeah, but for some reason he's like, you know, not phased by it. You know, he just
Oh.
doesn't care.
Dude, this entire thing at the farmhouse, all I gotta say is filler. I can't even say much. It's just filler.
A lot of it is like the farm story was so like it had some great stuff, but it was really like underwhelming and dragged out. Like, thank God the season was only 13 episodes. Otherwise,
It
Well,
should have been shorter.
honestly, in my opinion, if they wanted to, because y'all know full well that the reason why they had this stuff happening is because they wanted to stall the Rick and Shane fight. But I'm like, why can't you have like I don't know something else? Like, focus on other characters doing other things. Like, it's not that hard to come up with something like interesting enough
yeah. If I could play with something, I would make Randall's group bigger and actually a threat. Like, I would have them be a recurring threat over season 2B.
without Rick and Shane or something.
Yeah, and then like maybe like Shane decides to let him go. You know, like trying to become a better, or maybe like Shane's not fully gone and Randall coming back to attack the farm is what makes Shane crazy.
But like this could even be a great moment for Daryl too, because like Daryl could be the one that's kind of telling everybody how to fight against maybe a few of them that attack or something. And it's like Daryl's
Yeah.
first moment of like helping Rick out with the group.
Yeah, because Daryl is like the only like one there. He'd be the only one there since Rick and Shane are gone who has like really like
Yeah, exactly.
survival. Like
And
Carol
Um,
didn't start killing walkers till season 3.
yeah, and even in season 3, she was kind of just still learning. She did almost shoot Rick's foot, if you guys remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
and then she became badass.
So okay, so yeah, we have okay, so Rick and Shane they drive to that station, to drop off Randall, and
Yeah,
Rick starts using his his knife, and he stabs the walker, and then we have them looking over like two dead like walker cops like on the grass, and they start like asking, like Shane mentions how like they didn't have bites, and Rick says it was probably scratches, and like that's a thing that still people don't know in The Walking Dead. Like, do scratches actually kill a person? Can they kill a person? Because I feel like Rick and some other characters have been scratched a couple times now, and they've never died from it.
yeah, like
That's true.
it's weird because like some people, oh no, you're a scratch, you're gonna die, but it's like so convoluted. Like it'd be interesting to see. Like I guess it depends how deep a scratch is, right? Like if it only like hits your skin, it doesn't get into your bloodstream.
We really do
Yeah.
need an answer to that question. Like, we really need to see it like on a character. Hey, I got an idea. What if we try out Scott, and if he dies, who cares?
Oh, Dan. You
Season 11, episode 24.
that's what the CRM is doing. They're testing Heath, with scratches. It's like that must be what they're doing after all this time.
Oh my god, he just does not need to come back. And I remember you guys saying something about the actor.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he's like I don't know. He's doing a bunch of other stuff now, and he just doesn't want to be involved. It seems.
yeah, he's too good for
Yeah, so I don't see
he's too good
him.
for it, I guess. I don't
There's a
know.
bunch of
I
shows
could
that get
see
canceled.
Oh,
like
no, I meant The Walking Dead,
oh
but
yeah like I could see like I could see him being mentioned in the movies, maybe by Jadis or somebody at the CRM being like, oh yeah, we had this guy named Heath from your area.
I would die laughing if they didn't have him there and they just mention him. Like it's just like, yeah, he didn't make it.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping for a
he had
mention.
a heart attack in a helicopter.
Oh my gosh, I'm hoping we get at least a mention because like even Tara and other characters like Scott, his best friend, like didn't even mention him at all in the seasons he's been gone. Like, uh, it's just one of those
For
things.
real. Like
It was his
weren't
best
Heath even
friend.
said once after episode 6, season 7? Weren't Heath even said once?
I don't think so, Dan. Dan, what do you think? I don't think so.
No, I can't recall, but I don't think so.
Like, whatever.
Yeah. So we'll get to that. So back to the episode. We have Lori. She Beth didn't touch her lunch, but she notices the knife is missing, and I guess she's been playing Imposter Among Us because she wants that knife. And I'm just kidding. It's like I'm the best imposter, you know. I don't know. I don't play that game. I don't play that game, but I do like making the jokes because, like, man, like Shane's the imposter, like Beth was, could have been. It's like, man, it's just, I don't know. It's just funny. I just like making that joke.
Wait, this is where Beth, took the knife and did when because didn't Beth cut herself in one of the episodes? I don't know if it was this one.
She did
It
with
was-
the mirror, I believe.
Yeah. That's weird. The mirror, like, I'm surprised there wasn't anything else, like in the bathroom.
It's off screen because they can't explain that one.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I'm glad she lived at least. I mean, that would have been dark as fuck if they,
Man. At least I can say there was a point to it. Just saying.
Hey, Ken.
What
Can you
Ken?
say something?
She like, I don't know, like had something to do with her cutting herself. I don't remember though.
She used the mirror blades.
Yeah. Like, at least she was survived. She was like depressed because like somebody died or something.
Well, yeah. Her mom and brother died, so. Yeah. Okay. So after that, so we have Rick and Shane. They're dragging Randall out of the car, and they Rick just throws the knife down okay. So yeah, he puts it on the ground, and Randall tries to convince him, and they're just walking away, and then we get the moment. So what did you guys think about this when he says, "I went to school with Maggie"? Like, did you guys ever feel like this was a plot hole or something like that? Like it was like the one thing that had to be said at that moment. Like, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Like if Randall, like, did he know that would be the only thing to convince him? Or
I gotta mention one thing about that scene though, because it's kind of, I do admit, it's kind of funny when like he's just like, I went to school with Maggie, and then you have Rick and Shane that turn around, and from Randall's perspective, he thinks they're impressed. He's like, oh, I did all this, and what else did I do? Like, he almost like thinks that Rick and Shane are impressed when they turn around.
it's like I went to school with Maggie, and then I went to this place and got a haircut. Like, no, it's like that's the thing that saying the word Maggie, that's what it was. But yeah, just
I bought meat from the store. That meat came from a cow on your farm.
yeah,
And Rick's just like, oh wow, what a small world.
yeah. And I don't know. Do you think Shane kind of jumps the gun here because he's like he knows where the farm is, Rick? Yeah, literally. But like Shane instantly says that Randall knows where the farm is, but I don't think they ever confirmed that. Like, he said that he knew her and her dad, so he might have just seen Herschel pick up Maggie from school or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like, was it ever stated?
That creepy stalker guy.
Yeah, Maggie. I guess. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it was Maggie's stalker in high school. I don't know.
Yeah. Just because you know her in high school, like, what was your relationship with her? Like, did you hate her? Were you mean to her?
I don't know. Well, Maggie doesn't remember him, so couldn't have been.
I mean, yeah, but how did you know Maggie's name?
Yeah, that's true.
He's a stalker. He knows everything.
Yeah.
Stalker, yeah.
Yeah. So we have, and we have Rick pushing Shane to the ground, and he's just like, not now. And the way Shane is just like, well, when, Rick? When? He's asking like a kid wants his toy or something like that. It's like, when can we kill him? It's like, Shane, this is a life.
When are we going for ice cream?
Yes.
If this was an animated series, you would just have Shane like constantly being like, okay, now can I have my gun back? No, you absolutely can't. Okay, now can I have it?
And then Rick's like, no, stop asking. And then Shane's like, you're mean. Like, you guys. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I don't. I mean, ands or buts. You're gonna march up straight to your room. I'll bring you your dinner in there.
Oh my goodness. Um.
He's
So
like, okay, Carl, how did you sneak out before?
yeah, he's got to he's
He'll
got
leave.
to he's got to escape proof it. Um.
Yeah.
So
Hey, you'll be shot on sight if you leave.
so. Okay, so yeah, we have oh yeah, okay, so before that, before the fight, we have the one thing that Shane says again, where he's like, "I don't think you could keep them safe." You know, Rick and Carl, not Rick and Carl, Lori and Carl, and Shane
Oh,
just give Rick just gives that face like, It's like, what did I just tell you moments ago? You know, like,
I know.
and yeah, so they start fighting, and um man, like it gets pretty intense. I mean, the motorcycle, and they're literally punching each other. They're struggling for the gun, and then Randall. I don't know how far Rick threw that knife, but man, like Randall spent like 5 minutes crawling towards it. I mean, if you think about like the time, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, because like Rick and Shane, they're fighting for like a couple minutes, and then the walkers, and it's like, man, he's still crawling towards that knife. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's like, dude, roll. Like Randall needs, he should know how to roll, man.
It's like a problem, like almost like through editing or something. It's like, okay, we're gonna have this one part where we'll show him like going for the knife, and then it's like, oh wait, and then throughout editing, they're like, wait, this fight is like way longer than we thought. We're gonna have to reuse that clip.
I agree. It was this season. This episode was kind of weird. I don't. I think 18 Miles Out is more weird than a bad episode.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been so good. That's the thing. Is like this fight, like we've been kind of waiting to see it throughout the whole season.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good fight though. It's better than freaking Negan versus Beta.
Oh, it's so good.
Uh,
Yeah, at least this one
worst
lasted.
fight ever.
Was that
Like
even a
every
fight?
Nah.
Yeah, like freaking every fight is better than that. Quite freaking Morgan's fight with like a mini fight with Virginia at the end of season 5 was better than Negan versus Beta.
Thing kind of makes up for like Daryl stabbing him in the eyes, but still short.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
too
but then Beta
short.
came in.
Yeah, it
It
was
was.
Daryl kills Beta. That's what they should call it, not the fight. You know.
I
Uh,
know.
Yeah. I
And
don't
it's
know.
even
It
like
just
Norman Reedus that suggested that the fight would be short. I'm like, dude, why?
cause,
yeah, like
cause man,
Norman. I love you, man. I love you, man,
Norman
Norman.
should
But
just.
like,
I guess Norman's the showrunner apparently. Then
he's the one in charge. Norman's in charge.
I mean, to be
Angela.
fair,
Forget
yeah.
Angela.
Um. Okay.
Forget
So,
Angela.
yeah. So back to the episode. We have. Okay. So yeah, we have Shane. He goes in the bus. He tries to hide from the walkers. And wait, oh man, I cut it a little bit. Sorry guys. So we have Rick, who kind of wins the fight, and Shane takes a wrench, and just, man, the look of murder on his face. He just swings that wrench right in Rick's face, but Rick dodges, and then it smashes the window, and then we get this walker's hand. And I think they literally said, like, I think they said it's like foreshadowing to when Shane eventually becomes a walker. So like that's pretty interesting. Um,
For real.
and man, we just have the walkers. They start chasing Shane. Rick was able to hide under one, and yeah, and then later Rick hides under three. So, like, what was up with that scene? Still to this day, like, you have three walkers on Rick, and he literally like takes a knife, and like after no, he literally shoots one through another. You guys remember that? Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that. He's like, okay, this knife's not gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna take the gun. He like aims it through like perfectly one of the mouths or whatever, and it goes through the other one.
yeah,
For
I
real.
I don't know. That scene was awesome, but it's still kind of weird because I'm like, you think a bullet would go through all of their heads, you know what I mean? Because they're walkers, but I don't know. Like just
Well,
one
depends
time.
what type of gun.
Well, it's a Colt Python, you know?
Yeah,
So
well, yeah, pretty powerful bullet. Like if it was like a Glock, maybe like I'd understand, but it's a powerful bullet.
Man, it should be a powerful one since it only has like 4 shots or 6. Never mind,
Yeah.
6. Why am I saying 4? There's 6.
oh yeah, and I'm trying to think.
Spoiler.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if Rick gets any Walker blood in his cuts, are on his cuts in this scene, because like the blood just
Yeah,
like goes all
exactly.
over. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of confusing, and so
It
we have
is. Like, hopefully the CFM tells us what it's about.
yeah. So we have Shane. He goes in the bus, and when he closes the doors, like I don't know if this had just happened, but he sees some fingers like on the side. Did you guys remember that? And like it's kind of like
I think so.
yeah, it's kind of like there should be like a writing that says date like blank was here, like it's like, and then like imagine Shane just sees a skeleton like lying in the bus, and it's like, oh, that would be so bad, like you know what I mean, because it's like someone was here before like him, like I don't have they ever done that in The Walking Dead where someone gets like trapped in like a room or something, and then they see like they think they might be able to get out, then they see like a skeleton, and it's like, yeah, there's no way out. It's like, oh no. I don't know.
That
That's
is
so
on a sci-fi
cliche.
comic.
That's really cliche, though.
It is.
I like. I guess that kind of idea. So, because I've seen things I've done like that. Like you see the corpse, and then it's like, oh no, how am I gonna get out of here? People have died here, you know.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So back to the episode. Okay. Yeah. So we have. I guess Randall gets free, and we just have Rick, who just like he points the gun at him. He's like, "Where are you going?" And I don't know. Randall kind of has a good point here. It's just like, I'm trying to like, what was he supposed to do? I mean, I don't know. It's like obviously he wasn't going to break up the fight because that would be a death sentence, and there's walkers everywhere. So it's like, well, I don't know, Rick. What is he supposed to do? I don't know.
Rick should have just been like, "Yeah, you're supposed to wait there until I capture you."
Oh yeah, definitely. And we have man, just like when I remember watching this, how I really thought that Rick was going to leave Shane, and the look of when Randall and him are leaving, the look of like betrayal, or not betrayal, but like shock in Shane's face when Rick leaves, it's just kind of like, oh man, like he's leaving me now. You know what I mean? Like the way he left Otis.
The way they were doing it, they played it off. At least this is how I look at it. I have a feeling this is going to be an unpopular opinion on this, but I personally think that Rick was going to leave Shane until he saw the two dead officers, and then how they both kind of died together, so to speak, and then that kind of like it made him realize like, I should go back for my friend.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, even if
so.
you
I
thought
I
he
agree.
still like I mean, Shane, like I think he still saw Shane like a brother, you know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Who tried to who tried to bash his head in with a wrench, but it's
Oh,
like they're brothers.
that's normal.
That's
All brothers
normal.
do that. My brother tried to hit me in the face with a hammer once. I'm just kidding. I actually dropped a candle on my brother's head once when I was young, when I was like 5 years old.
A candle? Would you say?
Yeah, it's a long story, but it was like a big candle, and like my brother was sitting on the couch. He was like 10 years old, and
Oh.
there was like a little walkway behind it, and I took a candle and dropped it on his head. Like he was fine, but he had like a really big like bump. It
Oh.
wasn't like really far down, but yeah,
Uh.
brotherly love.
Yeah. So.
That pissed Rowdy off.
So okay. Okay. So I skipped this a little bit, but I guess you guys don't blame me. So we have the part at the farm where Maggie and Beth they just um like I'll admit, like, okay, so Dan mentioned he didn't think that, man, just like Lauren Cohan's acting is amazing, but I'll admit Emily Kinley's does come off a little bit not convincing. Cause like I love Maggie's reaction is just perfect. Like, when
Oh
Beth
yeah.
is just saying like, we should do it tonight, and like Maggie's just like, stop talking like that. Like that looks so real to me, but Beth like not the same. So I don't know.
Emily Kinney got better in my opinion. Season 2 she wasn't great, but around season 4 she started getting pretty good.
I kind of think that the only good season Emily Kenny had was season 5. I'm not the biggest fan of the rest.
Mm. Yeah, 'cause she was in like 3 episodes.
Well, yeah, and like, man, especially in season 4, she's like, "Ooh, I want a drink," and I like how Daryl just gives her the bottle of water.
Yeah,
Um,
especially with like people the shipping and all that. I don't know
uh,
why.
please
That
no.
I don't know
editing drags
why.
that episode down for me. I don't know why.
Hey,
I
so
think still a good episode, but regardless.
Yeah. Oh well, no, still was not a good episode. Could have been good if
Well,
you.
in my opinion, I found it to be. Minus the shipping it's produced.
The
Um,
only thing I liked about that episode was Daryl and like how how we get a little bit of backstory on Daryl's character, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
so okay, so back at the farm, we have Lori and Andrea talking, and honestly, like, okay, Andrea's like, you shouldn't have taken the knife away, but it's like, I kind of have to agree with Lori here. Like, it's not 100% the same thing. Yes, Andrea went through it, but she's not an adult like Beth is. It's a little bit different, Like, Beth doesn't know, um, like, that she still has a whole lot more to live, with her life if she does, survive. And also, she does have family here, and you know what I mean? So it's kind of different with the case with Andrea. It's not 100% the same. Also, when Beth mentioned that, like, when she said that it's all of us against the whole world of those things, it's like, it once again confirmed that, like, yeah, like, the whole world is infected. Because, like, I know, like, in the show, they didn't, like, Robert Kerman didn't like them revealing that, the virus is global. But, like, this is, like, another confirmation to me. When I first watched
Oh
it,
yeah.
like, yeah, it's
Like, do you
global.
think we'll see other countries like in the apocalypse? Because we got typhoon, right? That hit China.
Yeah, we did, and I think they confirmed that, like, only I could be wrong, but I think, like, they confirmed like only 500,000 people are alive in the world, like, in World Beyond at that point in the story, and like
So you're telling
most of them are in America. Like,
so
so
you're telling me half the world population is basically with the CRM.
I mean, a little less than half, I think, but like,
Well,
it's
nearly.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it in a while, but I think Angela King or somebody confirmed it in World Beyond that there's this many humans left alive in 10 years from the apocalypse. So I don't know. It's just an idea. But yeah, I mean,
Man, I'm trying to search my brain right now. I'm trying to think of something good to say about this whole Beth thing. I finally found at least one thing I liked about the farm thing is when Andrea tells Lori when they're talking, it's like, oh yeah, you have a husband, a son, a baby, and then a boyfriend. That's the only part I liked.
Lori's face, like, she's like,
It's like,
I thought she was gonna
how
like,
dare you?
no, it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those, like, I never killed a person, but you might be my first kind of face. Like,
Has Beth ever killed anybody?
well, not this time, but yeah, Beth did kill a few characters.
Yeah, I think she killed one of the governor's guys during the attack.
No. She accidentally killed a doctor in season 5, and then one of those cops that was fighting with Dawn. So I think that was it.
Gordon.
What a weird name. Anyway,
Down the guy she pushed down the elevator.
yeah.
Man, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna send Beth off, so let's make sure she gets a good few kills first.
Yeah, make her ruthless, make her a badass, and start making her likable, and then kill her off.
That's the problem I have with Beth though. It's that it's like I didn't like her at all, and then I finally was starting to actually be okay with her character during the hospital like arc, and then I'm like, okay, now she's gone. So like, what was that?
It's almost like my ideology with like Kelly's character, how she had a shit ton of screen time in Home Sweet Home. It's like, are you gonna start? You're gonna make me care for this character, and then you're probably gonna kill her off. That's what's gonna happen.
I know. I'm like, I hope not.
I missed
She's
a
actually
oh,
decent.
yeah. I missed the times where they have a bunch of characters get screen time, and then you don't know which one's gonna die, and then they kill off like one of them. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
I missed that. Because now it's just like you see one character getting screen time, and it's like, oh, they're dead. That's why Scott's always alive, because they're never going to give him screen time.
Yeah, as long as he stays, the second he starts getting screen time, you know he's in danger.
If he says anything more than "Come on, Judith," that's when you know to look out for his death.
Totally.
Dude, think about it. He probably had more screen time in season 10 than any other season, though.
And
Not
lines.
much, but
And lines.
Barely anything.
yeah, I mean, at least he's better than Barbara. Like I swear, Barbara said like one line in the whole show.
Man, for once, Barbara was actually in episode 17.
Yeah, like
I
when the
know.
last time we saw Barbara.
Oh, that was funny. And when I saw that, I'm just like, Barbara, you're alive. It's like, how? Just how?
Kyle at?
Yeah.
They
Oh
should have
god.
had it to where Maggie walks into Alexandria, and you just have it to where it's just like she walks in, you've got this really like cool music they play, and then the music just stops for a second, and Maggie's like, Barbara, and then the music picks up again.
And then
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, you're alive.
I know, it's like real quick.
that's how the episode ends. It's just Maggie's. She has a shocked face, and it just shows Barbara. And then she calls her name, and then she turns around. Episode ends. It's like, and fans will be like, "Wait, who's Barbara?" And then it's like, and then they'll like imagine Talking Dead, where they're like, "Oh, she's been around since season 5," and then fans will be like, "Wait,
Yeah.
what?"
Or it
This
just
is like
goes
ridiculous.
to like another extreme where they're just like Barbara, and then like Barbara looks sad, and Maggie's like, "Wait, what's wrong?" And then like she's just like Scott, and she's like Maggie's like, "What?" And then that's how it ends.
Oh,
Oh, that. Imagine. Yo,
It's like,
no,
is
it's
Scott
Kyle.
alive?
the riots. The fans will go crazy.
Oh
Um,
One
yeah,
week
I
would
mean,
just be like torture.
yeah,
all
we're
right.
just gonna be like Dan in his review. He's just like, oh, they killed off Scott this episode, so this episode gets a
A
0.
million out of 10.
So,
Oh,
uh,
million.
oh man. Um,
They don't have the balls to kill off Scott.
so okay, guys. I just want to say, okay. Oh, yeah. So we'll continue with that. So back to the episode real quick because we just got sidetracked. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Like thinking about this, I'm kind of more on Lori's side. I was just thinking, like, yeah, you gotta console. Okay, I felt like they were doing it the wrong way, somewhat. Like when they can't bear down on Beth, like even Maggie was off screen yelling at her, like that's just gonna drive her closer to that decision. So like, it wasn't the right call in that way. But obviously, they should not have done what Andrea did, where they just let her leave or let her do what she wants, because like that just accelerates one of the decisions she's gonna make. Whereas they just wanted to, I guess, remind her like slowly that she still has a life to live. So
Man, back in the day, season 2, when Andrea does this, and like everybody's like, "Oh, but don't worry, yeah, this is a bad decision, but like her comic arc is like coming up soon." I'm just like, "Well, that's
uh,
messed up," but okay.
yeah, we were waiting for a comic arc. I'm like, I was just like, man, like I don't like this Andrea too much, but it's like, man, just another year or so, and then it's gonna change. Nope.
Yeah.
A
Uh,
year later, she's
And
killed off.
she's definitely one of the biggest like changes, I'd say. Her and Sophia, since both those characters like completely like
but
outlive
yeah,
their show counterparts.
but for Sophia, they did something like really shocking. It was like, whoa,
Like I was
and
surprised
that helped
by
the
their
show.
dynamics.
That's like a good
Yeah.
change. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah,
Sophia
it
wasn't a
is.
big
I was
character.
surprised.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try and finish up the episode a little bit. Um. Okay, so yeah, we have Beth. She's in the room. Uh, Lori is not Big B. She can't kick it down, so she uses a iron poker to break the lock or whatever. So, yeah. So Beth's she's bleeding, but she's not dying. Um, so yeah. Anyways, after that, Maggie gets upset with Andrea for letting her out of her sight, and so after that we have we have Rick and Randall. They actually go back for Shane, and Shane is totally surprised, shocked, and so yeah, Shane goes to the back door of the bus, and I'm just like, wait, why didn't he do that before? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did you guys, when you watched that, were you wondering like, why didn't Shane do that as soon as he got inside, or like as he was getting tired? Because like, I don't know. Before they surrounded him. Yeah, like I guess what I'm saying is like he didn't really need Rick and Randall to come back for him, because like when they leave when he goes inside the car, they're literally right next to the gate. So it's like he could have jumped the fence or something like after he got out. I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, he could have still went himself. And did anyone notice when Randall was driving, he has duct tape around his neck? Like,
I know.
what in the world? Why? I don't know, Rick.
Is that like new fashion? Is that like a new fashion thing? What? Like putting
No,
duct
no.
tape around your neck?
Randall has duct tape around his neck to the car, to the seat. Like, let me get this straight, Rick. While you decided to go back for your best friend and save him from death, you decided to take a minute and duct tape Randall to the seat. Why?
you
Like,
imagine, like, I want to know how that process went because he's like, okay, get in the driver's seat, and he's just like, okay, now I'm just gonna put this around your neck. He's like, wait, what? Oh, there you go, I got you now.
it's like, wait, it's like, why duck? I don't understand. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't
Put him
know.
around his waist, you know?
I know, and I mean, there's,
Duct tape the seatbelts.
yeah,
Put
there's
on
seatbelts
some
too. I
duct
don't.
tape the thing so you can't undo it.
It's like Rick literally took a minute to just be like, I don't know, I want to do this. Just shut up and let me do it.
That's hell.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
I really wanted to see how that scene went. Like, it's just like, okay, get in the driver's seat now. And he's like, why? Just do it.
And then, all right, I'm gonna duct tape your neck to the seat, and then a triple, like, or double Y. It's like that's even weirder. Like,
Oh, it's like T-Rex tape. Like the tightest duct tape there is.
anyways, so yeah, so they drive away. They get Shane back, and we have them restraining Randall again. And I don't get it. So if he knows where the farm is, why are they still blindfolding him and all that stuff? You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like going back at this point, honestly.
it's weird though. It is weird. Like, why are they still doing that when they've established that he knows where the farm is? So, or would that they've at least believed that? So I don't know. And Rick is just like telling Shane that, like, yeah, I need some time to think about it, but we are probably gonna have to kill him. And he just repeats that, like, you know, Lori's my wife, Carl's my son, that's my child, and it's just one of, man, you know, he just says, you know, you want to be with us, you got to follow my lead, and he just gives him back the gun. It's like, oh boy, Rick, you're gonna regret that in a couple episodes. It's like you tried to kill me, but you know, it's like no hard feelings. Like, it's just
That's the one time I have to agree with Shane though in 2 episodes. I remember we discussed this in the Better Angels live stream, but it's like it's relating back to this episode. He's just like, I thought we worked this all out, and Shane makes like the best point ever. He's like, dude, we tried to kill each other. Like, what do you think? We're gonna ride off in the sunset together?
I know.
Yeah, like it's clear it's gonna need to be handled. You can't just pretend it didn't happen, you know?
Back
Hey,
in the day,
It's not one of those situations.
hey guys,
Yeah.
you know what's even probably better scene than the Randall duct tape deleted scene that we never got to see. Like, imagine like them going back to the farm and everyone's reactions. Like, Rick and Shane just have bruises, blood on them, and it's like, what happened to you guys? And it's just Rick and Shane just look at each other and just like, nothing. They're just like, oh man. It's like,
Two kids, they're like pointing to each other. He did it. He did it.
like, was that never brought up? Like, Rick and Shane leave, they're all fine, then they come back with bruises. It's like, what the heck happened to you guys? And it's like,
I know.
I guess they didn't ask that question. I don't know.
They cleaned up before, I guess.
No, they.
Rick and Shane both used the darn Randall excuse. It's like, yeah, he got the jump on us. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, or, right, like they would have believed that. I don't know, but they still have. Yeah, Rick and Shane still have the bruises next episode and the episode after that. So yeah, I don't think even if they cleaned themselves up, it would have been invisible. They still would have seen bruises on them. So
The blood, maybe. The blood could be taken care of, though.
Oh yeah. Especially Shane's like it was like the left side of his face was like completely bruised. I'm like, man, like nobody's asking.
yeah. So honestly, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for this episode. So yeah, like not a bad episode. Good A plot, mediocre B plot. So God bless you,
I
Ken.
liked the music. Yeah, music was great. Music is always great in the show. Like even World Beyond has actually a really kick-ass soundtrack.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't give Iris a soundtrack. Just why? Like,
Wow.
It's just like a sound of like a garbage truck.
no. Oh, or I'm thinking about that computer that like just that computer sound with that just like where it goes like the like I'm thinking of that. The dialogue, yeah. The dial-up noise, yeah. That's our soundtrack.
Iris, like, Jesus Christ, why does this character exist?
Man, they're like, okay, guys, you want Iris to be better? You want her to have like a more darker like character type storyline? It's like they just give her the Governor music in season 2.
They gave the Reaper soundtrack.
Oh, eye patch. She has an eye patch too in
Iris
season.
Pope. Yo, Iris
Oh my goodness. I didn't know that's what they said.
Pope mocked you.
I really did not know that's what they said in that episode. That guy, Pope
Yeah, he said
marked
Pope
us.
mocked you.
Yeah.
It
So
took
Apparently
me
it
like
means
three times
Maze.
watching it before I picked up on it.
yeah,
It's probably Maze. Like he's talking about. I think Maze is like the leader of
but they call
the
him a
Reapers.
pope. They call him Pope.
I guess.
Kind of weird.
Like, like it down like a Pope from Prison Break.
Yeah.
Um. Hmm. I guess. I guess Epic and Matt are they're doing something else right now. Because I mean, that's it with the episode. Like, I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about Home Sweet Home, but I wanted to talk
If they
with
show
them,
up,
but
if they show up, we'll just divert to that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
It
exactly. Because
hasn't been
we
on the
just checked
stream
them.
in a really long time.
Hey, is there anybody in the chat? Did you guys check if anybody said anything?
Oh yeah, let's check.
uh, Dan was the last person who said anything in the chat.
I just said
Just making
agreed.
sure
That's
because
the last thing.
I don't want to like skipped over anybody, you know.
No, yeah, the last thing I said was agreed.
Oh yeah, guys, we actually do have some things to talk about. I guess while we wait for people. So, Officer Mercer. So we're finally getting him in the show. I'm excited. Dan
Yeah,
Wallace in the
yeah.
picture. Which
Before
They
we
have
could
to
do
wait
the
for
way
Rock
to Rock
Johnson.
Johnson.
they can't afford it,
That's
Rowdy.
cool too, because I actually posted like on my story on Instagram about it, and the dude actually saw my post, which is awesome.
Really?
Really?
Did
Yeah,
he like it?
I'll send you a screenshot.
Oh, did he like it?
That's awesome, Dan.
Take a look at this.
Yo,
Oh wow,
bro.
dude, Dan, you're getting famous, man.
Dan's famous.
Mercer
Yeah.
himself.
His name's wait. So what's his name?
Michael James something.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Okay,
sure if that
so
was him.
I did know about this. I knew about this a while ago because it was teased in like some leaks. So I did know about it. I just don't want to say anything to you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely don't want to hear about leaks, but the fact that that was a leak and it was true, yeah, I'm gonna be careful with any quote unquote leaks people say, because like, yeah, they're
Leaks
probably
aren't
true.
as bad as like spoilers, because it just, I mean, it's a leak, but it's not that bad.
I think leaks are just as bad.
There was something I heard for it's about how season 11 is gonna be releasing like the form. Like, is that a spoiler to you guys, or do you want me to tell you what I heard?
Oh, I already know.
It's not the plot. It's not necessarily like what's gonna happen, just the way they're gonna do it, like how they're gonna release the episodes.
I thought they were gonna do 12 and 12 from what I'm hearing.
Oh, it's gonna be 3 halves. If the information I heard is correct, it's gonna be like one. It's gonna be A, B, and C. We're gonna get 11A, July to September, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get we're gonna be getting 10B, 11B in February, when we usually get a season B, and then apparently like I'm a bit skeptical about this one. But we might, apparently this is true, we're not getting 11C until fall 2023.
What?
That's
So like
weird.
No, they
That
said The Walking Dead is ending in
so the point.
2022, though.
Walking Dead has to
Allegedly.
end. Walking Dead has to end before the Daryl and Carol show, and they said that's in 2023, right?
I'm willing to
Yeah,
bet
but
Yeah, and
Walking
they
Dead
said the
ends in
show ends in
2022, honestly.
2022.
Yeah, I guess that information could be a bit off. Plus, I don't know, a year and a half, that'd be a bit like, what is this, Game of Thrones? Like, did we have to wait 2 years for season 8?
I don't really watch.
We did
Game
have to
of
wait.
Thrones,
We
but
did
I
have to
feel
wait
like
2 years.
It
I
took
either
them like 2
like
years.
I either think it's gonna be where it's like we're gonna get 12 like starting in the summer and then the other 12 in the spring early next year, or they'll do 8, 8, and 8, and they'll have it like be like the summer and then the spring and then the fall of like 2022.
Yeah, I think that'd be better. Like, I think it'll be three. I think it'll be 3 halves, just to like create more tension, because I feel it's gonna be such a big storyline, you know.
Yeah, man,
Oh.
that'd be interesting to see a mid-season finale though at an episode 12. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, technically now the mid-season finale for season 10 is episode 11,
Which,
But
man, can you imagine being left off there though midway through the battle?
but by definition, Morningstar is the mid-season finale now for season 10.
Unofficially, yeah.
Unofficially, it is.
Hey, Ken,
Yeah.
have you seen episode 17 yet? Home Sweet Home.
Oh yeah, it was
Okay.
so good. What did you guys get spoiled? I don't think I got spoiled. Was like I had went
Oh,
on because I was trying to find a free thing, and I saw the title in the picture, and it says ending scene Maggie finds Herschel Green or Reed, but that's not really a
yeah.
Yeah, I got
Well,
everything spoiled for me aside
same,
from like I think there's one scene, but I'm forgetting about it now. But anyway, like I basically had almost the entirety of the episode spoiled.
It was
same.
so
Like
good. It was so good.
all the
I think it was
spice
just.
I
I think it
got.
was good. Sorry,
Yeah,
Rowdy.
like the Herschel thing was new to me. That I didn't know about the Herschel, the Herschel scene. That I did not know about. Like like the Herschel, hey mom scene. I didn't know about like the ending with like them going to Alexandria and
I did
Oh,
know
I knew
that
that.
because
I knew
that I
about
didn't know.
that. I just didn't know. Yeah, I think that actually was the part I didn't know is like the high mom scene. Like that part I didn't
Yeah,
know was gonna end up that way.
yeah. That's
And I
why I
actually
don't want
liked
to talk about
Kelly this
spoilers
episode. I
down.
liked
Like
Kelly a
even if
lot
we
this.
both saw them.
yeah. Ken, I'll actually say Kelly was pretty good this episode. Like this was,
For
I would say,
real.
the best
I liked
episode
her,
with Kelly.
but she was
It,
amazing. She saved Maggie, I think.
it's not that I don't like Kelly. It's just that
She's
she's just
boring.
not. Not even that she's boring. She just like never got screen time, so I never really got to form an opinion on her. But this
That's what I was saying
episode,
to myself. She's getting screen time this episode,
she got
which is
like a
bad.
main role.
Oh yeah, she did good in this one, I think.
Like, if it wasn't for Maggie, if there was a fear intro for this episode, I'd probably put Kelly on the intro.
That's why I'm glad these
Well,
like new episodes are good because they give you a chance to develop. Because if they didn't do this, I mean, maybe Kelly would have got developed more in season 11. But I like these episodes so they can develop smaller characters.
Yeah,
So I want them
If
to
I would
develop
have
like
done like
see Kelly dying before audience returns.
if I would have done like fear style intros for season 10
Sorry.
Creed, this is what I would do. I would have Maggie for 17, Daryl for 18, Gabriel for 19, Princess for 20, 21 Carol, and 22 Negan.
hey guys,
And
I think
Lucille. I
the
would do
season
Negan
10
and
intro
Lucille.
is really good, or probably one of the best ones in the franchise.
hey guys, is it weird that like, or is it funny that like Maggie is literally the only character from this episode that's in the show right now?
Like, what?
Okay, so like, in 18 Miles Out, Maggie's the only
Oh, like
character that was in the episode.
individual episode, yeah.
Oh,
Oh my, that's actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause oddly
Like,
Daryl wasn't involved.
because you got to think about it. Like, there's probably some episodes in The Walking Dead, like where like all those characters in that one episode aren't on the show anymore. Like, I'm sure there's a few of those episodes where all the characters
that's why I don't
in
like
one episode.
rewatching episodes because it just makes me sad. I don't. I think it was. I think we
Well,
did a Not to Untie, and it just made me sad
I
that
just
just Rick and
rewatch random episodes sometimes.
I only watch like the big ones. Like I've watched No Way Out like 100 times.
No Way Out.
Yeah, it's my favorite episode in TV show
Same.
history.
Hey, did
I
you
think
guys?
like
They
TV
didn't even
show
have to kill off
history.
like people. It still would have been good.
So this episode, yeah. So Ken, I did like this episode, but it wasn't perfect. It had serious problems with it, and we will discuss it if you want. I could just list them off
Yeah,
if you want to hear.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of problems. I mean, the main problem I think, which is an unfair. I feel like what I'm about to say is unfair, but I wish we would have saw more characters. Like you see Lydia literally
Well,
half a.
bro, you need to understand COVID.
I know it's like unfair, but I just
I'm.
I hope that.
That's one thing. Because of COVID, I will not be criticizing episodes. At no point will I criticize episodes for amount of characters. Until COVID's
Yeah,
over, that
I won't
criteria is out of the window.
I
Yeah.
won't criticize the episode because of the amount of like characters that are in it, but like in terms of like flaws in the story, I will fly it depending on how it
There
goes.
was actually a lot of characters in this episode, though.
Yeah, you gotta think though, like
like the Georgie one, like that's
Oh,
like that
I
even
hated
without
that.
it would still be a problem.
It's so
just like
cheap.
just like right out of the story, basically. Just right out of the story. It's like they forgot that storyline.
I
Yeah.
think the problem is that the actress probably just doesn't want to come back after like being gone for so long, and that's why they have to like just kind of say, "Oh yeah, she's gone."
I
Now.
think it fits. I didn't really mind that. I think it fits in the story.
You
Like
just
I
kill
actually
her
think
off
Maggie.
then.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
think
was
she
thinking
died.
because at the beginning of the episode, like Maggie, like so she says something that makes me like, okay, Georgie must have died, but then she's like, well, I mean, I guess what Maggie said, well, what they wrote for Georgie makes sense because she did like go into other communities and the place got attacked. Oh, they were
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, Ken, but it doesn't make sense that it was the Reapers. It just the Reapers. They don't.
I really
They're
like
all,
the Reapers. They are fantastic, and it's crazy that they probably won't even exist if it was for the bonus episodes. But like I said, they're really scary. Like
I
that
like
one
them though.
person was able to take out 6 people on his own and was willing to kill himself.
Yeah,
They,
they're
Hey,
psychotic. Honestly, when you know that like somebody's willing to blow themselves up just to not like deal with that whole situation he was in, like I don't know,
hmm.
that's pretty crazy.
Hey, think about it. He rather committing suicide and instead of talking, remind you of anybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Beth.
No, the end is the beginning group. Oh
Yeah,
wait, no, you
yeah.
haven't watched season 6. I can.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Just
still on
fear.
season 2. I'm probably gonna skip season 2 and 3 since I've already watched it. I'll probably just go to season 4.
Just I
I,
think
I
honestly, just watch a recap for 4 and 5. They're just so pointless, you know.
Oh, especially the second half, season 4. I will never watch that as long as I live.
so
I'll probably skip
um
season 5. Season
You guys are
4,
cutting out
the I
again. What?
saw like
What a sec. What, Ken?
I said I seen like most of the episodes in 4B. Like the finale, I think I skipped like episode 14 and 13, but I watched the finale, and the finale was overwhelming for no reason.
hey Ken.
Like
The finale, like, why? Like, the finale was just. I mean, Martha died.
she's
You
like
saw the finale, right?
terrible. Like she's literally just more. I think they just tried to like basically show like what Morgan would be if he never
Yeah,
like
she's
met.
so pointless. Like, she's just so, like, at least Logan, like, actually had, like, people with him, you know?
Um,
Like,
I
Logan
think
was
Walking
bad
Dead's
too,
better at
but
villains because each
definitely.
villain is unique. Well, I wouldn't say because the Saviors are probably the worst villains in my opinion because they were not unique really. Like they were just a kind of cliche. The Whispers are the best villains because they were completely different than any villain. They were not normal really.
I guess. Yeah, Fear, like, I think the problem with Fear with the villains is that it's not that what the villains are, it's just like most of the time the villains just never last that long.
Well,
Yeah.
the biggest problem with Fear is that they had one good villain in the last little while, and in my opinion, it was the bounty hunter, and he just dies in
Oh,
one episode.
he was great, but I'm
I
referring to
wish
like main
Fear.
like recurring villains. Like so far, like Virginia's probably the longest like lasting villain we've had on the show. If you think about it.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
Fear. I think Fear should. I think what their goal should have been is that, like, I think Fear should have been like a show of people like becoming villains. That's what I was stuff because I remember back in season
That's what it
That
two,
was
was.
people were
Dave Erickson's
predicting.
idea.
Yeah,
People
it
were
was like an
oh, one
predicting.
second,
imagined
guys. You
villain.
can keep talking.
People
I'll be
were
right back.
predicting that. Oh, but back in season 2, I didn't really know who the Whispers were, but I know back in season 2 of Fear, people were like, Madison, Nick, and Alicia are gonna become the Whispers. I remember that. I didn't know what the
Yeah,
Whispers were. I didn't know who they were at first.
yeah. I knew who they were even before I read the
Uh,
comics. Like I didn't know like everything. Like I knew a bit about the Pikes, a little bit about some things. You know.
hey,
I'm reading the comics, and I already got spoiled about like a lot of stuff. Like the only thing, the biggest thing I think I've got spoiled from the comics is the Pikes. But
Definitely same.
hi, Ken.
yes,
Okay, so I talked with Dan about this and Rowdy as well. This I feel like this episode could have been a lot better if they had some changes. So, one of them is, all right. So one of them is what Maggie says. Happened when Maggie tells Daryl what happened to Georgie. I just didn't like it. It just feels cheap. Like it's just the Reapers because like the Reapers are only going to be antagonists for six episodes. I feel like they left it open for us to for Georgie to come back. Like she said that she doesn't know. That's what Maggie said.
maybe
So
a Commonwealth.
yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe she
that
just found Commonwealth and then come back.
That could be possible, but like bring up a theory I brought up. It was like CRM attacks.
yeah,
Well,
that was
but I got
my
spoiled.
that was actually my I said
I
that
got
like they should
spoiled.
have done that.
Oh my bad.
It
I
would
got
have made
spoiled this.
sense too.
I got spoiled in the comics too that like Michonne finds one of her kids, and I don't know which kid it is. I know the names because I played The Walking Dead with Michonne, but the other thing they're gonna remix it in the show, and if they do, I have no clue. I thought it was gonna be like Dwayne if Morgan was still in the show, but then
Oh,
that makes
nah.
sense.
I'm sure, like, okay, if Morgan was alive, though, people would have speculated that 100% that it was going to be Dwayne, you know? But I'm starting to think they might not recycle that storyline. Cause think about it, there's nobody like on the show who like could be alive.
Was like
We don't
someone
know, you know.
mentioned maybe because Rick's not in the show. I was gonna say maybe Rick's brother or something like that, but there's no one else in the show that we know that just went missing.
Oh,
And,
Jeffy Grimes, that would have been awesome.
but Rick's not in the show anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And it's like it's not
Maybe
like,
Barbara can get CRM.
but no one would know Jeffrey Grimes or have any relation to him.
Well, Rick in the movies, like Rick movies, he's at CRM, and like maybe Jeff is
I mean, maybe I don't know. It's kind of hard to say.
you guys remember that
alien.
episode where they got a zombie head that looks like Gregory? What if like Alpha did the same thing? So like all the people on the pipes are not dead.
Oh no, I wouldn't do
Um,
that.
it could, Ken suggesting
Alright, he would definitely do that.
the Wolf Among Us trick, where it's like that's not really Snow. That's not really Snow's head. That's someone
Oh,
else's. Yeah.
you just see like Daryl's talking to like
Would have been the most shocking thing that's ever happened to me.
he's talking to like Magna or something, and oh no, he's talking to Luke, and then he like says one of Henry's lines.
I don't understand.
Was Magna. I mean Magna. Like I don't like her, but still.
You don't
I mean,
like Maggie?
no,
Oh,
I said
Magna.
Magna because you remember Barbara. Like, why
Oh,
do they have
Magna.
her? Why do they have Barbara, but they don't have like anyone else? They could have had Zeta, Magna, like, because it would make sense. Because
Magna was in the
Tommy.
episode. Magna was in the episode a bit. At the beginning,
Magna?
I think. Yeah, she was in the episode at the beginning, I think, with the wagon.
Yeah.
Barbara and Lydia.
No, that was Nabila, Jerry's wife, and Lydia. That wasn't Barbara.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
I
Nabila was
remember
there.
Barbara was with Lydia when Maggie came in Alexandria. But that's what I was
Maybe.
saying. But why is she there?
I have no idea, man. I'll be honest. Wish I could
do
say
something
more,
with her
but
character. Like Scott hasn't
Nabila's another one. She's another Scott.
said that Scott and Kyle weren't in this episode. That's very disappointing.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see them at all in Tennessee.
I've been joking, like
So
he's
we
still in the show. Like what?
so with the character, can I guys tell you something? So obviously, I don't want any spoilers or leaks, obviously, but I trust you guys. The character Leah that Daryl meets in the flashback, I thought he was gonna meet her in the present, but he meets her in the flashback.
I have
It's in a
prediction.
flashback scene that is going to be kind of shown like apparently like it's going to like something in the present influences a flashback when he meets her from what I've heard.
Yeah, I know she's gonna die. I know she's gonna die.
Definitely.
For
She's
any-
a one-time character. She's a one-time episode, 100%, I feel. I just don't see
Yeah.
her making it out.
I didn't get spoiled for anything else, but I have a prediction. I have a feeling I'm going to be right because a lot of people haven't. Well, I haven't heard anyone say this, but I think maybe Daryl and her had a love relationship and they did something. Air quotes. That's what I'm thinking.
Daryl finally got. Yeah, Daryl
What
finally gets.
out of Daryl's character, though?
They're gonna do.
Wow.
Out of Daryl's
There's no
character,
way.
though.
Man,
There's no
you
way
imagine
Daryl
though,
can
like
get it.
everybody theorized this for like many years about Daryl and Carol, Daryl and Beth, Daryl and Connie, and then it's like, yo, nope, none of those. We're just gonna have a random new character be with them.
In the flashback.
I know.
I want him to get together with Wonder Woman, but I guess they're just gonna make it to where he's just not that type of person. But that's like, I don't know. I would rather him be in him and Connie.
I know. If they're not gonna do it, why do they like hint at it? You know what I mean? Like
They do. Every time Daryl gets close to, like every time he talks to a woman, it's like, even like Beth and him, of course Carol.
well, Carol, she's not gonna die. She never dies. Connie, don't know.
Is gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, Connie is most definitely gonna die. I mean, no, Kelly is probably gonna die.
Connie?
There's no way they're both surviving the series.
Kelly.
Oh, Kelly.
Okay.
There's no way they're both
Magna. I think
Magna's-
she'll get Dwight's death. Either she'll get it or Alden will get it. One of them will.
Rather, like, I don't care. They're both terrible. Just kill them
But
both.
Magna, I'd be glad if Magna died because I cannot stand the character.
Seriously,
No. Magda needs to
She's
go.
Heard that
she was so
she's.
good in the comics too. Comics she was
I heard
great, but
people
the
are saying
show,
she was boring in the comics, but she's still not like she's more likable. She was just boring in the comics.
yeah, she was just, but she's annoying in the show. Like
Wait,
in
please
the
don't spoil
cave.
anything. But I can't wait till I'm at the
No,
prison part.
oh,
I've heard that's probably one of the best things.
oh,
Okay.
you'll love.
Hey Matt.
Without spoiling, you'll love
What's
it,
up,
man.
Matt?
Hey, man,
What's up?
we're
Hey,
talking about Home Sweet Home.
yeah. Hey Matt.
Cool.
Do you want to talk about the episode?
What, 1017?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've already seen it.
Yeah. I know.
I know.
I don't remember if we talked about it before, because like there was a
Yeah, because
spoiler.
you weren't there for the stream.
Yeah. It was a great episode, honestly. Like, I gave it a 9.
Oh
Yep, I
wow, that's
agree
pretty
with that.
high.
That's my rating
Oh,
as well.
I give it an
you give
8. I give it an 8.
same 8.5. 8.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to edit it, but I have filmed my review and I gave it an 8.5.
Hey Matt. So I told the guys this already, but do you want to know how I would have done the episode differently? Like, obviously with COVID, you can't add more characters and stuff, but at least like changing in terms of like the writing, like in dialogue. Do you know what I would have done?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. So the part where Maggie's talking to Daryl about what happened to Georgie in the shipping container, I did not like that. It was just so cheap. The fact that all this build up and it's just like, Maggie like is actually coming back because they have no home. I guess like she says like the Reaper's basically attacked and Georgie's off somewhere. She doesn't even know if she's alive. That felt so cheap. Like I would have loved it more if they established or hinted that it was the CRM. Like, imagine Maggie just like,
Yeah.
imagine this tense music plays and Maggie just says like, these people with trucks
I think
wearing all
this
black,
is gonna
like.
be like CRM's gonna be in season 11 and never not.
But I feel like they
The
could have at
only
least hinted.
con for this episode for me is we needed more Negan.
We did, dude. That was
Oh,
actually
I
one of the main
agree.
reasons why I didn't go more towards a 10. Because like honestly, a lot of the other things I really enjoyed, but they hyped up Maggie and Negan way too much, I feel like.
They did.
All they did was just give
And Herschel was
scare
awesome.
like
He
Oh
felt
yeah,
like
he was
it
great.
felt like the return to Glenn.
I know.
And if you
Yeah.
guys saw
Glenn.
if you guys saw the teaser, you probably know that like even though like Maggie just walks past Negan, like do you guys remember that scene where that shot where Carol's telling Negan like if you stay here, she's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Better not. Okay, I wouldn't have.
Probably
Okay, let me tell you my opinion.
Negan.
I don't.
Like,
She
bro,
can be.
Carol should watch what
Okay.
she says.
I'm guessing he'll like
I
exile her.
know.
She'll be exiled. He'll be.
Honestly,
I agree.
Carol should watch what she says.
Remember that joke we made, Dan?
What?
So let Matt finish. Just let Matt finish.
I was saying that Carol should watch what she says to Negan. She shouldn't be talking to him like that.
Yep.
Pretty disrespectful,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Agreed. How dare you say that to the boss?
I know.
To
If Nate's gonna be mad at someone, leave
Speaking
it
of the
at
boss,
Daryl. Yeah,
I
Negan
think
did
he
it.
wants to see you tonight, Rowdy, at around 9.
I know. I'm meeting with him after the. I made a meeting with him.
Okay, perfect.
okay, all right. So what did you guys
I
think
have to talk
of?
to Dan about something after, but
That's all good.
Okay, so what did you guys think of the Reaper sniper guy? Okay, first off,
I said in my opinion.
yeah, first off, how do you know Daryl's weakness are trees? Like, Daryl got knocked out, man, with that tree. Like, man, dang it, it's his kryptonite.
He loses to big people.
No, he tried to use the beta trick. Daryl was like, "All right, trick, don't fail me now," and it's like beta, like I told Dan, like as a joke, like beta is like reincarnated in this guy and just went, "Not this time, Daryl," and just hits him against a tree. It's like, oh man, like he saw it coming.
beta too, bro.
But it was still weird. Like Maggie gets trapped and then Daryl gets knocked out, but the guy goes after her. Like Daryl's right there. Like that was a little bit weird.
This is the thing. Like this is the first thing that shows and movies do.
We definitely should.
Yeah.
Why would Negan want to? Why? That wouldn't make sense because Maggie's not cool with him. Why would even Daryl like? I don't know. I hope
Daryl's
she doesn't like.
tolerant, I think.
I have a feeling she's gonna try and kill him. And if she does, I don't think she should get exiled because but I don't know. She deserves to get murdered. exile. Just murder her. Like
Ew.
everything Negan's did, Maggie. Like, okay, you had your chance to kill him. You didn't. I understand because the only reason why
Yeah,
she
but
didn't
I
kill
wish
him is because he
Negan
was
was
gonna
there.
suffer. But now he's out of prison.
I'll
But
hate Maggie if she hurts Negan.
Yep.
She better not lay a finger on him.
Exactly. Like seriously, she had her
can't.
chance to do it and she didn't. She backed out of it. So
Yeah.
honestly,
You know
like,
what's
Okay, I know
funny?
why she's mad because the only reason why she didn't kill him is because him being in a cell was him suffering, and now he's not in a cell.
I know. It's like now she's like, "Oh, you're out of the cell, so now I'm like mad at you."
But he saved
Yeah,
everyone, so
but
I think.
he killed Alpha, so I would say he's forgiven.
I mean,
Yeah,
no,
it's
she's
kind of
no,
funny
she's
how Negan is now loved more than the fan favorite character he killed.
No, he's
no.
Negan
not
I'd
is
not
rather
for
fan
have
me.
Glenn than
favorite.
Negan, 100%.
Same,
That's just
same.
me.
No,
Oh, I
wow.
Some
actually I
people
don't know, but
do.
well, how about they just not have killed Glenn, just killed Abraham instead of just murdering
Yeah,
two great characters. Abraham's a really good character, but
But
his death was so predictable though. Abraham's just so
I
predictable.
find Glenn's was the most predictable to be honest.
definitely.
yo, guys, you guys
Abraham's
could
gonna die. I
disagree
didn't
with me
read the
on
comics,
this.
so
You guys could disagree with me on this, but I think Glenn is mad overrated though.
oh yes, he definitely
Mm,
is.
no,
Better
I
than the
don't think
I
so.
comics,
love
and I'm
him.
really in the comics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
I
I,
think I think Rick is overrated as well.
Wait, Rick?
Yes, very. He's not. I mean, I guess overrated means he doesn't deserve the hype, and he definitely does. I
I
just don't like him as much as other people do.
I
Oh, Rick's
honestly
my
think
number one.
Rick is underrated because I find there's so many other characters that get more credit than him. Daryl.
You guys remember back in the days when like Rick was still on the show and everyone would be like, Daryl this and Daryl that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like honestly, Rick's a way better character than Daryl in my
Low
opinion.
key, if you just think about it, Rick has done like a lot of like no matter what, like the whole Savior thing was technically his fault, and yes, like it all started out like Savior's robbing Daryl, Sasha, and all that. But Rick and them have been robbed. They got robbed by Jesus, and they didn't kill Jesus. I mean, yes, there
I
was
give
more.
the
I don't
Saviors
know. I
like
just feel like,
the Saviors initiated the first time though. Honestly, on the road.
but that wasn't well. I guess, but I
Well,
don't
um,
Daryl
blame
was
Rick for
trying to
Glenn's
avoid a
death. I
fight.
blame Daryl. Like Maggie, why are you mad at? Yes, Negan did it, but be mad at Daryl too, because if Daryl wouldn't have done that, Glenn would probably still be alive. Yes, he still killed Abraham, but she didn't care about him. He
Man,
was just
even Jeffrey Dean
there.
Morgan agrees about the fact that if it wasn't for Daryl, Glenn would still be alive.
He did
Definitely.
like say that on the premiere. He was like that. I
Yeah,
watched the funny Walking Dead funny moments, and it was on there.
I remember that.
Yeah, like personally, like that's one thing. Like that's one of the lower like things I didn't like about Daryl. Like I don't hate him obviously, but that's one thing I hate that Daryl's
And
done. You know.
Tara would like I always liked Tara. She was just one of those characters. She was funny.
Ugh.
Like in season 6, I
Ugh.
liked her because she was so funny. But then season 7, it was okay, I guess. But season
Yo,
8, she
guys.
just
yeah,
Imagine if
Yeah.
Negan was there since season one. Imagine how much of a better show this would be, though.
I don't know.
If who was from there from season one?
Freaking Negan, bro.
Oh yeah, he's like the main character.
Like I'm gonna just say this, guys. Like other than Rick, man, Negan's my favorite character.
At least right now on the
Negan,
show, absolutely.
Yes,
Negan is
Yeah.
definitely my favorite character.
He's
Negan's
my
great.
favorite alive character who's still on the show right now.
Yep.
My favorite live character will probably always be Henry, of course. But
Henry.
I'm joking.
Like Henry's okay, but yeah, I know you're joking, but Henry's whatever, I guess.
He's
I
not
was
bad
rewatching
when
that
he was
episode,
overrated.
and Eden's death, they did not need to do that.
Watch
Like,
this.
what? That makes no sense. Why did they have to kill Eden and Tara? Like,
Well,
makes no sense. They
she
had so
had no
much going
story
for them.
left.
Yo, Brian.
Because
Tara definitely
Yeah,
needed.
Matt.
Yo, Brian, you there,
Eden
bro?
was just so,
Yeah,
like, great.
Negan's your favorite character.
no, he isn't.
He's my favorite character. I think his philosophy as a villain makes sense. You gotta show people because if you trust, like, even if you trust a
Still
single
waiting
group,
on that food
they
review,
can
Brian.
kill you.
That food review is not coming, man. It's not
Man,
coming.
seriously though, like, man.
I mean, Matt, does the boss demand a food review?
Jeffrey Morgan needs a talk show. I will watch that for eternity. I'll be dead and watching that as a
Dude,
ghost.
Negan seriously is the character that did the most like
Yo,
damage in
guys.
season 10 in terms of like actually defeating the Whisperers. I'm just saying.
Yo, like straight up though, freaking Negan should open a restaurant and call it Popeyes though.
Dude, that joke is that joke.
Remember when I made that joke? He got so mad at me, Brian.
Seriously,
Maggie, she should forgive. She eventually forgive him since it was so long ago. And I've seen stuff in real life
Forgive?
with like
She's never gonna
parents,
forgive him. Maybe like
children's.
coexist with
But
him,
no,
but
it's realistic for her to forgive him because in real life, there's parents who forgive their child's murderers that were just killing them
I
for
think
no
I had
reason.
a
They were
similar
innocent,
joke
and they
though.
forgive them. This
but
is apocalypse. Plus, it was 6 years ago. This is an apocalypse. Plus, it was 6 years ago. If a person can forgive
actually way
someone
more.
right off the bat, you can after 6 years.
It's been more than 6 years. It's been like 9 years since Glenn died.
Like 7,
No, it's like
7, 8.
I
8,
know, and
Oh,
Maggie,
9
but
years.
Maggie is still this angry.
She has
Yeah.
the right to be. She has the right to be angry for the rest of her life. But
She does, but like
Mhm.
killing him after 9 years, that's a head scratcher for me.
if she kills
Yeah,
him, I'm
like
probably gonna leave the show.
honestly, killing Negan now. I mean, if Maggie or Herschel dare to lay a finger on him, I swear.
She'll
I
make more
know.
sense.
if Herschel does it, he better look at the flowers. I'm
But
just saying.
Negan did nothing wrong. I don't
I
get
think.
it.
Well, he took his father. He took his father away. I mean, how would y'all feel?
But
You gotta think how would you feel?
but Glenn killed people in their sleep at the outpost.
He didn't
It's not
want
much
to,
better.
and they were gonna get. They were get. Rick was smart about. I mean, no, he wasn't, but they would have got them anyway, and it would have been. They would have still had to line up. Whatever. It would have been the same exact scenario. Abraham would have got killed. I mean, yes, now you got to say that, but regardless, if they didn't take the outpost, they would have been in the lineup anyway. Whatever,
Also,
because Negan does that to groups regardless.
Okay.
um,
But let's be honest though, Negan really didn't do anything wrong. Cause like JDM said on Talking Dead, man, it was Daryl that killed Glenn. He just forced Negan to kill him.
Yep.
What
but
about
why
Negan?
didn't he
That's
just
a
kill
valid
him?
point.
Why did he just kill him
Indirectly.
instead? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, he indirectly
Because it'd be
killed
too
Glenn. You know.
easy. If from Negan's
If it's
perspective, he had to break them down, and like he views it as like, Daryl punches him. It's like, okay, but like I'm
if it's
not gonna kill
Daryl's fault,
that.
then it's Rick's fault too. Then if it's Daryl's fault, it's Rick's fault.
I don't hold
I
Rick
agree.
responsible. Honestly, I know it sounds messed up, but I honestly he was trying to avoid a fight. He failed at it. Obviously, he didn't think it through enough. That's where I do agree. But
That's
in
why
terms of his
Negan killed.
actions, I get why he tried to do it.
But
Um,
still,
so like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I know. Okay, so this is a little bit of a different topic. So, we have 5 more episodes now of 10C left, and obviously okay. I think Daryl and Carol are going to get the most screen time. Negan is going to be like maybe third, and like I feel like Rosita's not going to get
Negan's
any.
first, then I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Negan's going to be first. Daryl and
his
Carol.
character is actually interesting to me a lot. Like I want them to focus on minor characters in these
I'm
bones, not like fully, but a little bit.
I am nervous that Negan won't have that much screen time until 22. Like, aside from 22, he'll just kind of like rarely be there. Is kind of what I'm worried about.
Probably won't, because the next few episodes sound like the next episode's probably just gonna be Daryl Carroll, and then the other one I think
Probably.
Abraham. I don't know which episode's after Abraham or the Commonwealth, but we'll go with then another Carol and Daryl
Abraham.
episode.
Abraham,
There's
Oh,
no
Eugene.
Abraham.
Yo, guys.
the epic
Eugene.
return.
Yo, I have this theory.
Yeah.
What is it?
What if Negan is the leader of the Reapers?
No, actually,
Is he the new Enid?
He's like,
That's
Maggie,
good.
how about now?
Oh my goodness.
I'm being dead serious right now.
No, guys, Enid. What about Enid? It's like, what if she's a Reaper?
They used to say she was a savior, like a spy.
And then the wolf.
You go with
They
the
said she was a
longest
wolf.
route, and you're like, yeah, that wasn't her head.
Bigby is the leader of the Reapers, and he went to a new dimension.
I know.
Yeah. If Bigby was in The Walking Dead, I'm like, man, what character would he be? Because he's a lot like
He
Rick,
has more plot
sometimes like
twists.
Negan.
I don't think Walking Dead's ever had like a good plot twist, like
They had
shitty plot
decent
twist.
ones. The Dante thing was okay, but
I was not. I don't. He's too boring. I mean, like maybe like the Carol thing. I think the Carol thing was one of the biggest plot twists ever, though. Carol letting
I don't know, it just happened.
the longest plot twist. Not really.
Hey guys, just want to let you know 5 more minutes, and I gotta go.
Perfect.
Cool, man.
So yeah, I think that Daryl, Carol are gonna get the most screen time. Then Negan, um, then maybe Maggie, and then um, who else? I mean, the other characters like
What about Nate?
I don't think Connor's gonna turn
he's one episode.
I think Gabriel's only going to be in 19, and that's it. I hope not, though.
probably is. Do y'all think Connie's gonna return in 6 episodes? Y'all think? I hope she does because she's
Nah,
pretty.
I
they
think season
Bridget
11.
was only in season 11.
Why did they
Probably
confirm it though?
here, I'm guessing.
Why did they confirm
I'm
it
so
though?
happy it's in the summertime. I thought we were gonna have to wait all the way till October.
Maybe false hope. Maybe they just don't want to make people get their hopes up, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of.
Connie again. Probably not.
It's such a good character. If they kill her, I might just like give up.
Also, it's like they don't want to get our hopes up. They literally said that Maggie and Negan will be the center point of episode 17. It wasn't.
He wasn't even in
Reapers
the
are just
episode.
like, yeah, I don't think so.
Hardly.
Yo,
Uh.
guys, what if they give us a Virgil spinoff?
No.
Virgil definitely
Oh,
watched
man.
it.
Like to catch us
It's
up
just
with
him
Connie?
drugging random survivors.
It's like, okay, who's he going to take away with?
Psychopath. He's got like a board and like names and like and just like has like all these like vials and like a drawer. Just
I never watched the Michonne episode. I just skipped it.
it's
Everyone was telling me it
it's
was
not
bad.
good.
Hasn't had a line of dialogue, and he's already better than Glenn.
Who?
Glenn.
Who?
Elijah's better than Glenn by saying.
I don't think anyone's better than Glenn. I don't think anyone's better than Glenn.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people better than Glenn. I mean, let's see. Who's like a? Oh, Alicia's bigger. No, she's not. What am I talking about?
Okay.
Let's see.
Alicia, I prefer Alicia.
Alicia's
over
a
Glenn.
terrible character. I hate her.
What? I mean, season 5. Season 5, I understand.
kidding.
Season 5, she's absolutely awful.
Season 1 and 2, she was terrible. Well, so season 1 she was horrible. She was
Oh yeah, I agree.
season 2
she was
also. She
annoying.
literally got her group almost killed because she wanted to have a boyfriend over the season.
Yeah, like
Me, when I
she
had
was
enough is when
simping.
she shot John in season 4. That's when I'm like, okay, what?
I like that scene actually.
Season 4 is probably the most underrated season. At least the A
Not-
part.
For
Not-
A.
Not me, just because like I'm like, okay, how dare you shoot like literally the nicest man in the apocalypse?
Yeah, like this man
I
is
love his
too.
line
This
when you
man's
first
too good for the
meet him.
apocalypse. Like,
You guys
How can you
remember his
shoot him?
first line?
It's
Where he was
Tyrese,
like,
but written well.
you guys remember his like first
exactly.
line? And he introduces himself and saying, "My name is John Dory, not the one, the fish from the movie."
Yeah.
That was well, I guess.
That was a funny line.
I freaking
Let's
love him.
let's see. We only have
He's wholesome. Like, he's so
He is.
wholesome. I love him.
he is, but I kind of don't want him to. I do want them to take John through a kind of a darker route. He's got to start killing some people. He's got to be that kind of character that changes.
It's common, I think.
June's gonna die, I think, in the
I want
mid-season
Cherry to
finale.
become like a villain and Dwight has to kill her.
I think it'll be after the mid-season finale, just because like there is scenes of her like it almost looks like it's later on, but I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know.
But I think like John, if June dies, especially like by like the end of the beginning group or
Jenny,
Jenny and
Oh,
them.
man.
Ginny.
Wait, if y'all watch the
Kill a
100,
bitch off already. I can't
if
with
you guys watch the 100, they do like a thing where the two people, like teams that hate each other who've been fighting, they see another big threat and they have to work together. In the end, like okay, well I'm just gonna say like two groups, like they don't like each other and they've been fighting, but they see another group and they have to team up. But one of the, on ours, like on the good people, one of them kills like the leader. So I think they're gonna do that. I think Jenny and our group are gonna work together and try to attack
Nah.
the new
I
group.
think
or
Jenny's
something. I
dead
don't know.
by episode 8. honestly.
The Ginny storyline, I feel like David Alpert, like you guys said, like he's only like doing a storyline because it happened in season 5. If he was in charge from season 5, Ginny wouldn't have even existed.
If it was in season 5, you would have just had like them immediately go into the end of the beginning.
Yo, guys,
100%.
Morgan is such a G that he crashed Alicia's standalone episode and saved up for freaking mediocrity.
The only
That's
season 5
good.
episode I think I saw was like
I can't even
episode where-
deny that, Matt. That was good.
Hey guys, so we hit the hour and 30 minutes mark. Just want to let you know I do have to go. So, but I want to thank you guys so much. I hope you guys stay safe. Have a good night, and I will see you for the next stream. Not sure what episode I'll. I'm sorry, what?
Is the next stream gonna be 10:18?
It's either going to be 10:18 or a throwback episode, but it's probably going to be 10:18 if I had to guess. It might
If we
be.
do a throwback, can we do guts?
Yeah, because you asked a long time ago and we never did it.
I'm not sure. We should do a vote on the Discord, but after I close it. But yeah, after but yeah. I mean, we could. It's just let's get everyone's on the Discord definitely. So all right, guys.
Voting works better.
It does. I think it works better than doing it on here. So all right, guys. Stay safe.